I'm really loving today. What a beautiful day. 73 degrees. That's alright with me.
Ruckus, waking up in the morning feeling great. First day off in 10 days, man, I can't wait to grab the pad and the pencil, scribble to an instrumental, hit up the crew with a text to see what we gonna get into. But it's early and the sun is shining perfectly, right between the curtains, bouncing off my bed sheets, warming up my head while it lay on the pillow. Gotta get up and start making moves. Let me go open this window and let the breeze flow all in. I'm loving this oxygen. I'm loving the fact I rap and I got you all noticing. I'm zeroing on my goals and it comes from the focusing. I'm dreaming of living wealthy, a house and a place to swim with my dog and a couple of friends. My family's included too. I'm still alive and breathing, so I'm here to do what I do to rock in my season, make new fans believe hip hop isn't dead at all. It's alive in me on a day like this.
I'm really loving today. What a beautiful day. 73 degrees. That's alright with me.
Beautiful day, beautiful temperature, packed with action. Car wash, feeling good, we steady relaxing. Pick up shorty, cause she down, ain't no need for me asking. And since she ready, my current the only thing I'm waxing. I got a passion for 12 packs and run by the gallon. Perfect days in with me, usually barely standing. I'm still amazing, I'm saying, so I can watch reactions of your faces. Just face it, basically I'm not average. I'm above it, you'll love it, touch it, and wanna hug it. None of this thugging, let's get a brew together and chug it. Penny pinching is my thing, man, I ball on the budget. But not filet mignon, you're still a chicken McNugget. This is awesome and I know it's dope for you to see. A nobody MC, gunning for the big leagues. I'm here to rock in my C's and make these fans believe hip hop isn't dead at all. It's alive in me on a day like this.
Loving today. What a beautiful day. 73 degrees. That's alright with me.
It's not enough to wake up and be totally peaceful. In my state of mind, my rhyming is meant for good people. And I'm amazing like this day is we seem to be equal. I'm not even close to being finished, wait for the sequel. So in the meantime, watch me, ruckus is coming. I'm always writing, I'm always about to get into something. Call me crazy for chasing this game like it's a woman, but she my dream girl, something that I always wanted. And plus the homie hit me back, said he ready for grilling. A couple 40 ounces, and I'll really be chilling. The BBQ's popping, plus he a chef in the kitchen. Mr. Lloyd Cano, catch him cooking or fishing. I'm on a mission to bring back what you really need. This ain't the first or last track that you'll hear from me. I'm here to rock in my C's and make these fans believe hip hop isn't dead at all. It's alive in me on a day like
I'm
this.
really loving today. What a beautiful day. 73 degrees. That's alright with me.
Bottoms up, Monger Maniacs. It's the Beer Monger Sessions radio show right here, right now. Columbus, Ohio's live stream podcast about craft beer, breweries, alternative sports, and, of course,
Shenanigans
for the brewery.
by the Mongers.
What's going on March 15, 2019? And we have a grand show for everybody today. That's right. Shout out to all of our...
It's Alcoholic Christmas coming up.
Yeah, cheers to that. Cheers
Yeah.
to that. The Queen of Quench, Squiz, in the house.
Oh, man, we got a lot of people watching right now. We got Dom Fisher. We got Casey King. We got Christy Craig. Tony from Springfield Beer Geeks. Dom Fisher says Squiz and Soft Body. I think he's talking about you.
Nah, can't be talking about me. I know Casey Kinger out there. Kinger Air Winger, super ultra boot extraordinaire. My brother from the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
He's such a boot. So, yeah, huge show today, Braxton Brewing Company. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have our guest on the show here in a little bit. And He has been here before. He has been on the show with the Mongers. I'll be perfectly honest. You might find him someday if I can ever line it up whenever me and Squiz are out of town as stepping in as a co-host, because he's a real G, but he's a bigger G in the game out here in craft beer. So Squiz, we have Big J on the show today.
I know. I'm really excited. It's always a good time when we got Big J on the show. And he's in Braxton now.
Braxton. Bam, man! What a first round draft pick that is for Braxton Brewing Company. To be able to put somebody like that in the ranks is, obviously they know where they want to go within the next in the future. But and Braxton Brewing Company is at 27 West 7th Street in Covington, Kentucky as well. But they've got a lot of other things going on there, and there's a lot of new stuff that's popping out that we're gonna let Big J share with all of you Monger maniacs out here in Monger Nation. All right, now give us a like, give us a share, send us all around the world, ladies and gentlemen, all you Monger maniacs. Drop down in the bubble. What are you drinking? Hey, it's Friday. It's Friday. We got the Friday spot. All right. Well,
I'm drinking an invisible beer. Look, it's invisible.
That's right. It's invisible beer.
Yeah, invisible beers. We're pretty special up in here.
Hashtag invisible beers.
That's right. That's right. Now we've got beer news coming today, and
It's true. Yeah.
And as always, we'll be sharing that Barley Hopsters Bottle Shop Speedy Beer that's moving. And
I think people are going to be surprised by the Speedy Beer this week.
They're going to be blown away because the direction, they're not going to think that that's the direction to go. But hey, it's not about what it is. It's about how it's moving, and it's moving speedy, fast in all the bottle shops. So we'll share that with you later on. Wow. What did you get into in the last week? I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't done shit. I've been working and, and doing other things in my life.
I think
encouraging.
The most exciting thing that I've gotten into, I went to a bottle share with some members of the Columbus Craft Beer Consortium in downtown Columbus on Saturday night, and had a little bit of sampled actually a bunch of good beer. Thank you to Will for hosting, and there was a keg of 6 cents mango fruited Merc juice, and it was the only one in existence.
What?
Yup.
One more time. What was that?
6 cents mango fruited Merc juice.
Oh, man.
So I didn't know that when we had Mike Davis on last week. I would have talked to him about it, but it was a surprise reveal on Saturday morning. So yeah, but it was good. I drank a lot of rare beers that I never probably would have got to drink. We got Tony says he's drinking coffee and laying off the sauce, giving the liver a break. I can respect that. I get that. The young custodian's drinking water because he's at work right now. But he says he's drinking tequila when he gets off. So I feel like I'll see him later on his tequila bender.
Shout out to a couple of my favorite boots out there, Kinger, Dave King, and Marshall King, Keen. Man, I'll tell you what, you meet some really crazy characters when you're in the military, and those are a couple cool dudes right there.
So what have you been up to, man?
Just doing a little bit of work. Doing a lot of work, to be honest. This weekend is, garners a lot of attention, being St. Patty's Day, and in downtown historic Delaware, Ohio, they don't skimp on St. Patty's Day. They definitely bring it. Shout out to Joanne over there at the backstretch for putting a hell of a show on St. Patty's Day. It's like from 2 to 7, 2 to 8. But I'll be honest, it goes all day up there. In Delaware, Ohio, short north of the north. So
I'll be there.
A lot of preparation. It goes into something like that. Hey, Dom said young custodian says you're a little quiet over here.
I am quiet. I'm doing a little work over here.
All right. Multitasking.
Yeah, I'm almost
Hey,
done.
let's not forget about the HB. The head brewer up in the house. What do you say? HB?
What's going on, everybody? How you doing? How you living? Have a great St. Patrick's Day. Please patronize everywhere. Go downtown Delaware. It is popping. It is great. Wherever you're listening, make sure you have a lot of fun. Find somebody to take you home, or call the Uber, call the Lyft. I believe, not to give them any pub, but I think both of those guys are offering huge discounts if you need a ride home today. And also, very importantly, I learned this from a friend of mine that I taught with a couple years ago. Whatever you do, just try to avoid making your beer green. Try to avoid the green beer. It's kind of a gimmick, and it's a little insulting if you want a quick little beer history. So just like all other things on St. Patrick's Day, it was invented in one of the cities, I don't know if it was Chicago or New York or whatever, that to get more people to come in for St. Patrick's Day, they decided to start adding food coloring, especially the beer that wasn't moving, the beer they weren't able to sell, and it's basically a gimmick. I have a really good friend of mine, shout out to Trish Wellner out there. She and her husband are going around right now doing the rounds. They are part of the drum and fife corps here in Columbus, Ohio, and very into the culture. And she gave me an education not only on not drinking green beer because it's insulting to Irish people, but also don't do any car bombs either. As tempting as they are to drink, as good as they are, just it's very insulting and insensitive towards Irish people. So please try to stay away from green beer. Drink as much beer as you want. Feeling me? Just stay away from green beer.
HB.
Thanks.
HB, Jesus. All right, we just you know what?
Dom Fisher says my mic.
We're here for the people.
Dom Fisher says my mic is quiet. Not that I'm quiet. I don't know if that's
all right.
help.
How about you start sounding the hell off? That's what you need to do.
How about we bring in Big J?
Let's do that. Talking about sounding off, let's bring in the big doggy, the big daddy, the Big J of Braxton Brewing Company. Man, what a freaking great show this is going to be. And that's right. Braxton Brewing Company at 27 West 7th Street in Covington, Kentucky. But they've got a lot more. They have a lot more going on there. And their hours of operation, well, they're closed on Mondays, all right? Tuesday, Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., and then Thursday at 8 a.m. to 12 a.m., and then Friday, 8 a.m. to 1 a.m., and then Saturday, 12 p to 1 a. And like I always tell everybody, I went to a private Catholic school growing up, and after you get your sins forgiven, you can head on in on Sundays. I love it when people have Sunday hours. So we're about to get things popping here. Stay with us, because Braxton Brewing Company is just landed right here on the Beer Monger Sessions radio show. And we've got some cool stuff to share with everybody right here with Big J, Braxton Brewing Company. Bam! What up, Big J? Up in the house.
My head looks crooked as hell.
Yeah.
It's actually my head looks crooked.
No, your head's crooked.
How's everybody doing? Happy St. Patrick's Day weekend.
That should be good. You good?
Okay. Do I got to get right?
Oh, no.
Get on there.
Ooh,
No.
ooh.
All right.
Easy,
All right.
easy.
We good.
All right. So, Big J up in the house, Braxton Brewing Company. But, we've got...
We'll get to some Braxton beers. You guys have something kind of St. Patrick's Day appropriate for me.
Yeah.
So
Invisible beers.
it's in front of me, so you can see mine. But
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Will? Thanks for checking in, man. Thank you for the
Cheers.
bottle share. That was a good time.
hopefully, I'm not giving any secrets away about the Speedy beer.
Hey.
No, it's all right. There was a spoiler alert in the
In the bubbles?
description.
In the bubbles? Yeah, it's all good. All right.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, we got Big J right here, Braxton Brewing Company out of Covington, Kentucky. Drop down in the bubble below. Let us know what your favorite Braxton beer is. So you're constantly taking data and statistics, and Big J definitely wants to know, because I've got my favorite Braxton beer I like. And I know you will too. So let us know in the bubble below. Give us a like or share. Send it around the world. And let us know what you're drinking, where you're at, and how it tastes. So
Let me know if my hat looks crooked, because I think it looks crooked, and I'm about to take it off.
It kind of looks.
It
Crook.
might be my head.
I think it's
Probably always
better.
looks
I think
crooked,
you're
but
fine. You're good.
yeah, I had to
If you
go.
want me to take the hat off, just
No.
go online.
You leave the hat on.
I
Go
almost
for
wore
it.
a hat today. I couldn't get in the damn barber today. Come on, Joel. What's up with that?
Siri.
brother?
Siri,
Yeah, come
what
on,
the hell?
man. I even put the good beer back for you and stuff. I mean, come on. All the good beers that you asked for. that you think are good? Come on. All I
Hey.
ask for is a haircut appointment every week.
Dom Fisher says, "Sup, Big J, you look good, homie." And then
thanks. What's up, Dom?
Joe Birchfield says, "Looking good, Mr. Taylor."
Hey, Joe.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I'll be-
yeah.
I'll be heading up to Cleveland soon, hopefully. So we'll talk.
All right.
All right, so Jay,
What do you guys want to hear about?
yeah,
Well, let
what-
Squiz,
lead-
take it
lead-
over.
lead
Take
me
it
in.
over.
yeah,
sister.
tell us. So what do you got going on with Braxton? What is the newest, hottest thing with Braxton that you want to tell us and the people out there in Monger Nation about?
Okay.
What do you
so-
want to tell the people, Jay?
So beverage-wise, we just dropped a seltzer called Vive.
Okay.
Amazing, national quality level. It's super clean, super crisp, spiked, sparkling water, and it's refreshing. Just all natural flavors. We've got a mango, lime. Those are both available in 6-packs, and then we've got a mixed 12-pack that has the mango, the lime, as well as dragon fruit and grapefruit. The dragon fruit is a total wild card. It's amazing. They're all amazing. They taste just like seltzer water with a little splash of real fruit. They're hitting everywhere that we're sampling them. Everyone's loving them.
It's
And a huge segment that's really growing in the alcohol.
absolutely.
industry.
Oh, there we go. See?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Look at that dragon fruit.
Wow.
Dragon
And
fruit is
that's-
just
that's
such a good-looking
Braxton Brewing
fruit.
Company right there.
You got it.
Wow, that is amazing. That is amazing. So this is the big new news that's going on right now for Braxton.
Well, so in terms of beverages, we've got some a couple other beers that are doing really well right now. We've got some seasonals and kind of like summer trips coming. That's our Berliner Weiss with passion fruit. That'll be here by the end of the month. We've got the next seasonal, which is called Jam Session. It's like a session pale ale. That's going to be dropping here in the next couple weeks as well. And then we did have a big news announcement yesterday, not necessarily as beverage related, but obviously beverage related. It was announced that we are the official craft beer and seltzer sponsor of FC Cincinnati soccer team. So that's a big deal. Big deal.
That's awesome. Will says, "I like the Braxton Labs one-off. Any IPAs?"
So
They've been putting out. He says he needs to make another trip to Party Source to check
Oh,
that
man.
place
You
out.
you got
Braxton
to come down.
I
So-
agree.
So Spartan Biscuit gave the address for the tap room, the production brewery, downtown Covington. You go about 10 minutes east. If you're coming down 71 from Columbus, before you get to downtown Cincinnati, you take the yellow 471 bridge over, comes around between Newport and Bellevue, and if you make a right and then go to the Party Source, it's just a couple lights over. Our Braxton Labs Innovation Brewery is in the back of the Party Source. We're doing small batch. We're doing experimental stuff, and basically we've got like New England style IPAs coming out like monthly, every couple weeks. I go down there and they've got 2 or 3 in the case that they're selling at the Labs tap room. It's just we're killing it right now. We've got so much going on. Tropic Flare, our year-round New England style IPA, is amazing. Garage Beer, our premium lager, amazing. We're just firing on all cylinders right now, honestly.
Yeah,
Well-
I think you guys are producing some great beer, and I mean, I'm with Will with the Braxton Labs NE IPAs. Anytime I can get my hands on those, I just dump them right into my face hole because they're freaking delicious.
Yeah, they're awesome. And
Face
now with the
hole.
Vive, just taking the seltzer to a level that realistically no one is right now in the
I-
craft world.
Had the chance to try it. It's pretty good. Have you ever done? So you have the mango. So you have the mango and the lime. Have you ever mixed like half and half?
I have not yet, but so the main thing when we've been sampling people, especially on premise, is bartenders are grabbing things to put shots in, and so the dragon fruit. Somebody in Cincinnati added a shot of Bacardi Dragon Berry rum and called it the Double Dragon.
Oh,
So people are already like brainstorming cocktails out of it. Just amazing. But I have not personally done any mixing of them. I think I want to leave them standalone.
yeah.
Hey, shout out to Trevor out there watching Grove City Brewing Company. My boy.
Yeah,
But,
thanks for watching, Trevor.
Hey, but Braxton Labs is located at 95 Riviera Drive in Bellevue, Kentucky, all right? And you can check them out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then on Thursday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. And Friday, 11 a to 12 a. Saturday, 11 to 12 again. And then after all your sins forgiven on Sunday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. p.m. Get there. Braxton Labs is it's definitely when I went down the first time, I really didn't know a whole lot about Braxton Labs. I've never been there either, and I've been to we did a show down. We did a fantastic
That show was
show
fire.
down there.
Yeah, at the brewing company,
Yeah,
not the labs.
and
yeah.
they have a right there in Covington, at Braxton. They have a couple doors down. They have this barbecue place.
McKay's Chicks.
Yeah, it's
So-
freaking unbelievable. I love it.
I haven't eaten there.
What?
Oh my God!
kidding
All
me?
right.
I just go down and come back because I'm covering Dayton, Columbus. We're getting ready to start expanding a little bit further outside of this area. But so I'm the Dayton, Columbus guy. Took over for Annette. Shout out to Annette. She's awesome.
Oh,
she did a great
yeah.
job.
Dude, she's a G.
Yeah. So
What-
I'm just down and back usually. I haven't spent a ton of time in the home territory.
Oh man, that Radisson, the Radisson
Oh.
with the
The
rotating,
round one, yeah.
Yeah.
the Radisson
We
that
were
looks like a
drinking-
spaceship. Yeah,
Speaking of Braxton Labs and IPAs, we drank a couple Braxton Labs in that that restaurant. But the McKay's Chicks. So in February when we flew back to Cincinnati from Destin, my husband and I, we flew back into our flight landed at like 5, so we wanted to kill some time before trying to drive through Cincy. He'd never been to Braxton, so I insisted we go to Braxton on the side of that. I was like, we'll go there, we'll get a sirloin sandwich from McKay's Chicks, get some beer, and he's like, you're really talking about a sirloin sandwich? I'm like, yeah, because it's the bomb. So we went there, got the that was right when the Graders was released, like that week.
Right.
And had the sandwich, he was blown away, and he really enjoyed just the facilities. He's like, this is really cool.
So since you brought Graders up, there's still some Graders, black raspberry chocolate chip milk stout out there. Big release for us in the early part of the year. So get that before it's gone. Delicious. I had one of those last night. But there's also going to be a summer Graders beer this year, which is kind of like a surprise release.
Ooh.
I don't know. It's probably out there a little bit, but I'm not going to say anything.
Okay.
In case it's still supposed to be a secret. But we're going to have a summer Graders release, and it's going to be a huge deal because it's also a new flavor, not just for us, but for Graders as a new ice cream release. So
Whoa.
It's going to be like
A collaboration double
both-
release.
No, it's going to be insane.
Wow.
Memorial Day weekend is when we're going to be doing the big launch for that stuff. So keep
Yeah.
an eye out if you're.
Double secret.
Yeah, we got all kind of stuff, man. It's
I like it.
crazy.
You know, I think I'm ready to get. I think I'm ready to try some Braxton beer right now.
You want to do beers or you want to do?
What do you
wanna do
want? It's your
some
show.
seltzer? No,
You're the
I
guest.
No, hey, look, I'm down with the
Wood's-
seltzer.
Wood's
Let me
thirsty.
try that seltzer. Here, let's do the seltzer.
We can drink them out of the can for this.
Yeah, I don't need. Dude, this is the beer mongers. This is the freaking beer mongers. All right, we don't need no stinking little taster cups.
Well, no, I want you to be able to see the colorless. Basically, the trick with seltzer, a lot of people are kind of starting to dabble in seltzer, and the trick is you want it to be odorless, colorless, tasteless, like neutral base before you add the flavors to
We
it.
got mango.
All of them.
What'd you bring?
There should be a little bit of
A
everything.
little bit of everything. We got mango.
Everything.
Here's your grapefruit.
What do you want? Spartan biscuit.
Let's go. Let's try them.
What do you want?
Whichever ones you want to start with, baby.
I don't want to get. There's too many computers. I don't want to get ice on anything.
Oh, mine.
Okay.
I believe my laptop is it is beer proof.
All right, so
Yeah.
that is the
Here's your dragon fruit.
grapefruit.
I'll try some grapefruit. Heck yeah.
HB, let's get HB some over here.
Let's get it. Here, I was gonna say. So, again, the big thing with the seltzer category is you just want to make sure that it's crystal clear, and then you're adding
Sparkling.
high quality,
It's
just
sparkling.
a hint of natural flavorings. We've got some natural fruit essences in here. It kind of gives a little extra pop of aroma.
I like it. It doesn't. It's really clean. It doesn't really have any kind of artificial taste or anything to
So
it.
we're really going after the big national brands like White Claw and Truly. That's our target. We're obviously really shooting for the top dogs in the seltzer game. I think this is a little more natural and a little bit more like we're not trying to make it sweet. I think
Yeah.
a lot of times they're kind of catering to almost like a cooler type of a vibe where it's like overly fruity or too much sugar. They're all basically like the sort of better for you kind of angle where it's 100 calories, 2 grams of carbs, 2 grams of sugar, gluten-free.
Gluten-free.
And so all those things that people look for from all the other seltzers through to, your, thank you. So some of the beers are trying to shoot for that like 100 calorie mark now. So it's hitting all those kind of markers that everybody wants to see. And there's definitely sort of this change that's happening right now in the beverage industry where it's not as occasion driven, like you're going to drink beer because it's the Super Bowl, or you're going to drink beer because it's St. Patrick's Day, and people are being a little more choosy. A lot of people are trying to regulate their consumption, whether it's because they're worried about calories, whether it's because they're trying to be a little more sensible with their consumption, whether it's because they're trying to drive home that night, and so they're only going to have a couple beers or a couple of seltzers. There's a lot of crossover from like wine and spirits drinkers that drink this when the weather's warm. So there's a time and a place for every beer. You probably have heard me say that before. There's a time and a place for a lot of different beverages, and this definitely, it's delicious, and it's super, super refreshing.
Yeah, it is really, really good. This would be a good summer beer.
I was just
Hey,
gonna
SB,
say,
what are you thinking? What are you thinking,
man,
SB?
And it's hot in here with these lights.
It's like God bending down and giving you a kiss on your forehead. And I figure, if I'm going to support the crew and I'm going to go down to FC Cincinnati for the I-71 shootout or the
Hell is Real
Hell is
Derby.
Real Cup,
Right.
I'm going to grab me a Vive dragon fruit or grapefruit, and I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Especially when the weather gets a little hotter, that's when it really starts popping for me.
Yeah.
Those things will be freaking like.
Shout out to Woovis and shout out to Big D SWAT, Dan Switalski. What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in.
So I just cracked the lime. Like I said, the lime and the mango are the ones that are in 6-packs as well. I figured we'd do the 2 more tart, citrusy ones first, and then we'll do the mango. And so I've been saving the dragon fruit to the end because it's just kind of a unique.
I'm really excited about the dragon fruit.
Oh, I want to see how fast it takes me to drink one of those cans.
Oh, I could.
So apparently, there's some of the beer group threads. There's been some chug contests with the Vive already.
Yeah, I can
feel
do
like
that real quick.
I
feel pretty confident with this one. I really
right,
am.
yeah.
I'm not
going to encourage any type of binge drinking.
No,
behaviors. That would
never.
Not be, that's not something.
Never.
No,
Never. I didn't get kicked out of a beer group for bonging beers.
Yo, can I get a ho?
That never happened.
No.
That totally happened.
So we've been doing quality control for like a year on this to make sure that it was awesome. We're getting the feedback a lot on the lime specifically when we're doing like panel discussions. We're doing head-to-head blind tastings with Truly and White Claw, and coming out great in the mix. But the comment that we're getting a lot about the lime is that it tastes like a vodka soda. And I'm like, well, vodka doesn't taste like anything, and soda doesn't taste like anything. So I'll take that it tastes like lime, and it really just tastes like a splash of lime, just like a little squirt of lime on the side of the glass, and just really just that clean. It's supposed to taste like seltzer water.
It does taste like a vodka soda with. That was for a long time. That was my go-to drink was vodka soda with lime. That was it.
So
I don't want to sound like a total snob, but would you recommend this kind of like on a summer day with a thin, medium steak, fresh off the grill?
Of course.
Exactly. Because that's how I see this going.
No, it's when it's hot out. I'll tell the story. The story that I've been telling is like I'm an old school craft beer guy for years. My dad was a home brewer when I was still in high school a long, long time ago. I'm 100% behind this from a quality standpoint, but last summer we went out to visit relatives in California. We're out in Palm Springs, and basically it was 104 degrees. We wanted to get something that was light, easy drinking. To me, we were going to get Corona. We actually had limes growing on a tree in the backyard where we were staying.
That's pretty cool.
My wife says, you know what? It's too hot even for beer, even for Corona with lime. I want to get some like White Claw, what have you. So we got a mixed 12-pack. And I'm like drinking my Coronas, and she's drinking she tried one of each. It's the first time she had tried White Claw, first time we had gotten it. And White Claw is by far and away the big player in the seltzer game right now. So she gets to the grapefruit, and she's like, it's too sour. Here, you drink this. So the next thing I know, I drank all 3 of the grapefruit and started in on the other citrus one, which was, I think, lime, and basically drank all of her half of her 12 pack of White Claw in like 20 minutes because it was just so hot out and so refreshing. And that was my thing. It's like, I'll take these over White Claw any day across the board. Legitimately, like, not just because I work here. This is like top-notch stuff. But I get why it's a thing. It's not, there's guys that are drinking this. There's girls that are drinking this. There's females. There's males. It doesn't skew.
Right.
A lot of people think that, oh, it's, blah, blah, blah. No, everybody's drinking this. I've seen guys pounding these at tastings. I've seen guys pounding White Claw at concerts. It's a growing segment. Exactly.
Yeah, no, it is, and it's also good for.
I was gonna cry.
Now we'll see how fast I can pound these myself.
Oh, wait,
it's also good for here. I'll take that mango.
So mango.
I'm a mango whore. Mango
Sorry,
is
that's the short pour.
like one of my favorite
Mango
flavors.
whore.
I love mango.
So I didn't realize that mango was so polarizing. Apparently, there's a lot of people that just don't like mango.
Really?
I didn't know that until I started sampling this. I'm getting a lot of like, I don't mess with mango. Nobody says, yeah, I hate lime.
Soft.
Yeah.
No one ever
Be
says
soft.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely an anti-mango faction.
I had no idea. I mean, like cilantro, I get that, but not mango.
Well, nobody said like mango tastes like soap to me, but
Yeah.
there's definitely some anti-mango sentiment out there. So there's definitely that. I don't really like the mango, but it tastes good. The comment that we're getting from people that do like mango and that try this is that of all of them, way predominantly, the comment is it tastes like real mango.
It does
smells
taste
like real
like
mango. To which my response is, what's it supposed to taste like if you eat something or drink something that's mango flavored? Well, again, a lot of the comments we're getting is just how natural, how clean, how real, and most of the seltzers out there are natural, no artificial flavors, what have you. Well, so I don't know how some taste more real than others, or some have more sweetness than others when they're all the same amount of sugar content. But ours are killer, and that's the feedback that we're getting. So
It's really,
cheers.
really good.
Cheers.
Mango, baby.
Like this one, I could.
How,
Yeah.
How are these packaged? So everybody out there in the retail world, 6 packs, 12 packs, cases. What do you got? What do you got, brother?
So the mango and the lime are 6 packs. In the home market, Cincinnati, well, the pricing's different in Kentucky. Basically, in Ohio, it should be $8.99 for the 6 pack of mango or lime, and then $14.99 for the mixed 12 pack that has all 4 flavors. The dragon fruit and the grapefruit are only available in the mixed 12 pack, and that's how we're rolling right now. That's the same price point that the big players like Truly and White Claw are coming in at, and we purposefully are kind of coming in at the same price point because we just want it to be, even playing field.
Give us a go.
We're hitting
Give us a
them.
go.
We're getting them on their same level playing field.
So you got to give them a go. I mean, I'll tell you what. I don't really drink a whole lot of stuff like this. I mean, I could.
I'm gonna keep drinking it because these lights are frying me. It's
Yeah,
hot. Big J gets hot easy.
Jeez.
I'm sweating over
Dude,
it.
I could drink like a freaking case and a half of this. I feel like.
They're pretty refreshing.
I wish I had a beer bong.
I wasn't trying to drop any hints.
Yeah, I wish I had a beer bong.
No,
could put
we can
one
open
of
it. You're
each-
fine.
We could put one of each in there and make a new flavor up and bong them.
Bonging them?
Beer bong them, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if there's been any bonging yet. Like I said, there's been some chugging.
I've never done a beer bong
Yeah,
yet
you guys are. How'd I
on the
do that?
show. It's been a long time.
Come on, you're getting behind. I just
Wait,
cracked
you've
the- I
never
just
done a
cracked the
beer
dragon
bong, or
fruit.
you've never done one on the show?
On the show.
Oh.
I'm sure I got the quickest time. I mean,
Oh,
you know,
man.
there was at one time, in my days when I was in Central America, I was known to be one of the better beer bongers in the country of Panama. So
Do you know
yeah.
what the last thing I beer bonged was? Royal Docks IPA.
Oh yeah, I think. Yes,
I think I heard the
I
story
remember
about
that.
that. Yeah,
I think I saw
yeah.
that. I seen that
Oh,
one.
you saw
You
it.
were there for
Everybody
that.
saw it.
I wasn't there for
Everybody
it, but I heard
saw it.
stories.
Yeah, it got me.
It's been a while
Yeah.
since I bonged a beer, but
I did a keg stand in college on a 3-story balcony, almost fell off.
wow.
I've got a story about a keg stand. It's kind of funny.
I'm glad
yeah?
you didn't. Because you're
Thanks.
So
I'm
the
glad
last
I
time-
didn't either.
I'm not going to tell my story because, like I said earlier, I don't want to encourage binge drinking, over serving, anything like that. So I'm not going to tell my story at all come talk to me off the air if you want
Okay.
a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, actually go to YouTube.
I got a
and,
I got a
go to
reputation.
YouTube and punch in Big J binge drinking, and you'll find it. No. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Easy.
Yeah. You got to be careful with all that crazy binge drinking.
I'm too old to have all my like. High
I'm
school and
retired.
college.
I'm retired from keg stands.
My high school and college was pre-social media, so none of that stuff is available.
Never
Same.
happened. It
And
never
that-
happened.
I am so
It never
thankful.
happened. It never happened.
Never happened.
Yeah. If it wasn't on social media, it never happened.
It'd be a sweet video, but again, I
Nope.
don't want to talk.
So glad I was pre-social media in high school and college.
So you're gonna tell your story? Or you want to
Oh,
talk
honestly,
about Dragon Fruit
basically,
first?
the last time I did a keg stand, and it was I think it was within the last year too, maybe a year and a half.
That tracks.
Dude,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
These things right here rolled back in my head, and I fell into a big bucket of ice water. It was awesome.
Sounds like Inception.
No, I'll never do another keg stand. I will never do another keg stand.
I see you
ever
doing a
again.
keg stand and then falling backwards
Yeah.
to like come out of the like Inception.
I don't think I've ever done a keg stand.
I never did a keg stand.
That's absolutely ridiculous. Now you guys have to at least do one. You
So
know?
I'll tell my story
No.
then, since Woots.
Yeah, just tell your
tell the story,
It's
Jake.
fine.
Come on.
I bonged a 6-pack at once in college. Well, yeah, basically in college, and
Last week.
nah.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
I bonged a 6-pack of lime Vive water last week. No, in college it was at a party and everybody's beer bonging and everybody's bonging like 1 or 2 or whatever, and then somebody started mouthing off, and I'm not one to not rise to a challenge, and so they're like, I bet you can't bong a 6-pack. And I bonged a 6-pack, and that was like well into the night too. It wasn't like I just got there and I drank a 6-pack and that was it. It was inappropriate levels of consumption that I do not support
So I
at this stage of
assume
my life.
you had a friend that was constantly feeding the bong as you were.
No, they had a huge bong that held 6.
Held
But no one had ever
Alright.
done it, and so somebody started basically like chat, and called me out, and so I took it down.
Wow. Okay.
And then I sat on the porch couch for a while and collected my thoughts.
Oh, the old porch couch.
Right? Classic
nothing,
Columbus.
Nothing says college like porch
Exactly.
couch.
It was so. Does everybody have dragon fruit now?
Yes.
So So the dragon fruit. My takeaway from the dragon fruit is I think it's the most subtly flavored.
It's very subtly flavored.
I've been trying to avoid saying floral because there's definitely like a really like perfumey aroma of the dragon fruit. A lot of times people say it tastes like kiwi. That's the most common description that people say when you say, hey, what's dragon fruit taste like? But you can see in the picture, I love the dragon fruit's like the black and white with the
With the pink
fuchsia
rind.
edge. Yeah, so
Yeah.
basically it's kind of picture a kiwi with like the white flesh. It's not as soft as a
wanna
kiwi. I
eat
think it's
that.
more appley texture than kiwi texture.
You
Kind of
eat
in
the
between.
white part, Wood.
Yeah, but the little black spots are seeds. So picture like the kiwi, how the seeds are kind of like all in a circle, but they're just spread throughout the whole thing. And when you see the whole, you can see a little bit of the whole one off to the left.
It looks like
of that
cookies and
picture.
cream.
It looks like a little like
I like cookies.
pink turnip with like little like aloe cactus sprouts sprouting off of it or something. It's like a really like cool looking fruit.
Yeah, they're really.
Yeah.
It's a cool looking fruit and it's a very delicious fruit.
It is. I want to go down to Cincinnati and have a double dragon. Whoever invented that in Cincinnati, cheers to you. One of the Cincinnati reps told me as they were pouring samples that someone just turned around and grabbed the dragonberry, and there you have it. So yeah, I want to try when I come down to see some football games at FC Cincinnati.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll definitely find out, and I'm going to go and have a double dragon.
Hey, make sure everybody out there listening, all you Monger Maniacs, give us a like and share. Send us all around the world. All right. And
We should
what's
probably
going
do
on,
beer
Jordan? What's
news,
up?
right?
Yeah, you know what? Like I said, we
We're
just keep
we're
on
just
going.
going.
Yeah, like I said, it's a little bit of a freestyle show. You know, whenever Big J comes on, dude, I don't. Spartan Biscuit doesn't have to do a whole lot of
Big
pre.
J shenanigans.
Yeah.
Spartan Biscuit always makes it sound like I'm really rowdy, but when I come here, I think I tone myself down so that I can like fit in between the dynamic that you guys have going. Like if I'm by myself, I'm way louder and more outgoing, but like woo, Spartan Biscuit takes it to the whole next
Yeah,
level. So I
you
just
just-
I don't want to woo. I don't want to slow your roll.
Yeah. No, I get it. No, hey, HB, why don't you take us into that beer news with Squiz?
Hi, I'm Squiz, and this is your beer news for March 15th, 2019. Now, I went to college for art, and look at me now, Mom. I talk about beer on the internet. Well, Shippensburg University in Pennsylvania has started to offer courses on the art of home brewing. The program was started by earth science professor Allison Feeney. Feeney, a beer enthusiast and author of the book For the Love of Beer, Pennsylvania's Breweries, noted how small breweries can play a huge role in rejuvenating communities, but at the same time also noticed that there was a dearth of training opportunities for people who want to learn the art of brewing. Pennsylvania added over 100 new breweries last year, and it is also the U.S. state that produces the most beer per year, believe it or not. They churn out over 3 million barrels every 365 days. The university offers guided training on things that not only include the practical science of brewing, but also encompasses things such as marketing and branding to help potential brewery owners set themselves apart from the myriad of craft breweries out there. Shippensburg was awarded a $71,000 grant from the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board to help with the brewing program, and Feeney and her colleagues are working on a long-term end goal of developing a comprehensive brewing degree program that will combine the science of brewing with the business side of the industry. Now, moving on, we see all types of adjuncts in our craft beer these days. Mango, lactose, coffee, Lucky Charms cereal, and Girl Scout cookies are a few that just scratch the surface. But how about some Weed Killer IPA? Does that sound like something you'd get in line for when the limited can release drops? Now, don't worry. You won't have to get in a ridiculous ticketed line at an ungodly hour of the morning, because chances are your beer already has traces of Weed Killer in it. Published in February, a study by the education group USPIRG has found that the active ingredient in Roundup, a weed killer made by Monsanto, was present in 14 of the 15 beers it tested. The ingredient is called glyphosate, and some of the beers it was found in include Guinness, New Belgium Fat Tire, Sam Adams New England IPA, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, and Stella Artois. While the amounts found could be seen as comparatively small, they range anywhere from 9 to 49 parts per billion, and well below the EPA's risk range, other studies have shown that as little as 1 part per trillion can stimulate the growth of breast cancer cells and disrupt the endocrine system. Last week I told you every pint shortens your life. This week I'm saying beer gives you cancer. Next week I promise I'll try to find a story that proves beer makes you invincible. And finally, in our last story for the day, I hate shopping. I hate it, unless it's for beer or food. One California woman seems to love it, apparently, so much that she turned it into a party. Alicia Johnson was in a Target when she took a cart full of merchandise and a 6-pack of Stella Artois into a dressing room and stayed there for over an hour. While in the dressing room, she drank her 6-pack of suds and then exited the store with over $200 in merchandise. I've heard of beer being liquid courage, but man, this lady is ballsy. Police arrested her and booked her into the San Joaquin County Jail for suspicion of shoplifting. She also had 3 other arrest warrants out for her arrest, so she is clearly not the brightest bulb in the room. I'm Squiz, and this has been Beer News from March 15th, 2019.
All right, and then I'm going to bring mics in now.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, dog. Man,
Now we're
great
getting into the real
great
stuff.
news with Squiz. All right. Well, I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and what are we all drinking here?
So Mary Ramey, what's up, Mary Ramey? I fucking miss you, dude. Yeah, I'm using the F word. I don't care. I fucking miss Mary.
Filthy.
She's my
you
dog
filthy
right
I tried
there.
to-
God damn, we need to hang out, Mary. I miss you. I love you.
I try to keep my language clean when I'm on here because
It's okay,
But
you
I
don't
forget
have
there's
to.
no FCC,
FCC
over you
ain't
guys.
watching.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no FCC here.
So we switched to beer now.
We're independent. We do
We'll
what
go
we
from
want.
Spartan Biscuit to me to Squiz, and we'll kind of go like lightest to heaviest and talk about what we got out right now. So Garage Beer, it's in a 16-ounce can here in Columbus, and it's delicious. It's basically like everyone's beer, kind of old school, all malt, premium lager.
It's so good.
Price point that will please your pocketbook. It's $8.99 retail on a 16-ounce 6-pack, and it's just delicious.
4%er.
Yep,
Yeah,
4%.
It's crushable, like sessionable. It's got everything.
It's going right out. That, the Tropic Flare that Squiz is drinking, and the Vibe is like internally we're referring to that as the trifecta right now. That's just really, really solid. I'll go and discuss that since you just held it up. You can see the hazy New England style, the New England style IPA.
Yeah.
So Tropic Flare, Spartan Biscuit brought it up in the break. It started out at Labs, like I said earlier, at our Labs tap room. They're basically doing experimental beers, small batch beers. They're constantly doing new and different variations on the New England style IPA style. So I'm sure you have a, beer savvy crowd here. Everybody knows what that is. Basically you want it to be hazy, really have a real juicy kind of hop profile, a little bit of lactose sometimes, a little bit of oats, gives you that creamy mouthfeel. This one was the recipe that in the first year and a half maybe really popped, and they started trying to drill down and be like, this is the one that we want to make.
It's invisible, and that's because
it's a green can.
It's green. It's green with white. So if you're out in the stores looking for it, it's got a green background where you see there's nothing there. That's green, and it's got the white accent with the black around the top.
But yeah, so Mosaic, Galaxy, and Citra hops, kind of classic, tropical, citrusy. I describe it to people without going into the whole big thing of it's a style where a lot of one-offs, a lot of experimentation. We wanted this to kind of be something where you can have it be a go-to, and it's going to be the same every time, in a style where there's not a lot of that. There's not a lot of necessarily consistency, where you're basically just something different every time. And this can kind of function as that go-to, where we really drilled down and got the QC where it's going to be the same every time, and you're going to get that beer that's kind of, it's not too hoppy, it's not too hazy, it's not milkshake, it's just got a nice mouthfeel. It's like bullseye of the style, everything that's good about the style with none of the baggage of the style. When you have one, you're like, this doesn't taste like the last time I had this. Well, maybe the hops are a little bit different, or it tastes like the same beer I had last time, but it's got a different name. Well, you don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this one, it's Tropic Flair is going to be the same every time. Boom.
I really
This
like
guy right here,
What,
man. I'm telling you right now. Dude, I'm telling you, man. This
I don't
guy.
even have that written down.
This guy,
that was off the
yeah.
top of my head.
No,
Yeah.
I really
Yeah,
liked
he's getting
it.
fired up. Oh, yeah. Woo. Oh, man.
I really like that you did that. That Braxton did that. 'Cause you're at Tropic Flair. I go in and I see it on tap. I know what I'm getting.
Right, and that's the thing. When you go to Braxton in Covington or to the labs, and you go in and the tap room has, multiple different New Englands that are just there, basically small batch, and so we're still experimenting. We're still
Not
trying
that,
new
not that
things.
small batch isn't good. It's
Correct.
Just,
No,
but
they're great.
having this style having this style on a consistent basis is a very rare beast.
We liked it so much that we made it our year-round IPA this year. So a lot of people are still under the impression that this is a seasonal that's going to go away. It's not. New Tropic Flair, New England style, India Pale Ale.
It's staying.
It's
staying.
2019 IPA.
All right,
Okay.
there it is.
Year
You
round.
heard it.
All right,
you
so we
heard
got-
it.
we got a
Tropic
couple
Flair
of people-
is in the go right now.
We got a couple people chiming in. We got Don Cotter, who's just went up JD's,
JD's.
Both of these.
and then both
What's
of
up?
these.
What's up?
Both of these.
I was just saying, is he friend with
Both
both
of
of
these.
these?
You thought you were going to work that in.
Yeah, I know.
What's up, DOC? That's my
And
dude.
then we also have Derek Slinsky says, "What's the right temperature for shotgunning imperial stouts? I've been having difficulties getting the full 16 ounces down the hatch in one go."
I usually just shotgun 22s of imperial
Yeah,
stouts.
I know, right?
So I don't know about the 16
yeah,
ounces. That seems a little.
I can't attest to that
yeah,
quantity.
that seems a little, that's beginner levels right there. 16 ounce.
Yeah, right.
So
I'm gonna go with a
If you're-
nice room temperature, depending on what room you're in.
if you're
Between
taking
like
it at cellar temperature,
60. Oh, cellar temp.
55 degrees. You don't want it to be in the fridge. You don't want it
this
to be
is
too
true.
cold.
I guess you wouldn't
55
want
'cause
the.
you're bringing it up from your deep classic
I guess you
cellar.
wouldn't want it to be full flavored. Will says Tropic Flair was one of his favorite beers at Columbus Beer Fest, which, yeah, he likes the Braxton Labs
Wow.
and it started
Nice.
out.
I finally figured out
That's
where
huge.
she's
Shout out.
reading these from. I just saw what's up, Thor Platter,
Yeah.
buddy of mine from Cleveland.
Thor Platter.
Thor Platter, he's
Platter.
awesome. Yeah,
Is he a
awesome.
fucking
Like
wrestler?
He sounds like a
Christ.
wrestler.
he
Thor.
should.
Be a
He
wrestler.
should be.
Thor
No,
Platter.
Thor Platter is an amazingly talented musician, super like Americana style.
Nice.
He's in a band. He plays a lot of shows in Cleveland, and he's in a band that
Okay.
does like Grateful Dead covers. He does a lot of I'm a big Neil Young fan, so I'm super into a lot of the stuff that Thor does. So what's up, Thor?
Thank you for tuning in, Thor.
Yeah,
we
thank
appreciate it.
you. Hopefully, I'll be up there soon, and we can all have a beer together.
Is that his real name, though?
I think so.
That's
think it
freaking
is.
sweet ass name. Might be one of the coolest names I've ever heard in my entire life. Thank you for commenting right here on the Beer Monger
Squiz,
Sessions.
Squiz is a close second.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, my mom named me that.
Yeah.
It's a family
It's
name.
on my birth certificate, but Squiz,
I don't
Squiz the
People
third.
don't even know who the hell her real name is. Dude.
I don't have it. It's Squiz.
I
It's my real
I
name.
got a grandma Squiz too. Right.
Yeah, you know, it's you know, it's been in the family.
Hey,
for
shout out to Brian
generations.
Lyle out there watching. Hey, man. Hey, you're a G, man.
No.
GC Dub. GC Dub. GC Dub. All right.
All right,
I don't even know what he's
let's
saying
go back
now.
to talking about the beer.
Yeah, let's go back to more beer talk.
So
Thor says it is on his birth certificate.
I thought it was. We've never
Holy
talked about
shit.
it.
Yeah.
He seems like a real dude that wouldn't try and come up with a stage name.
Dude, your mom and dad deserve a trophy for that one. That's fucking awesome. I just dropped it.
Yeah.
You did. I haven't yet. I'm proud of myself. I don't think I've said any filth talk yet.
It's okay. You can say filth talk.
I'm working.
Coolest,
That's
one of the
our-
coolest
that's-
names I've ever seen
You
in my
can
life.
say filth talk.
Dude,
Filth talk should be a band.
Filth-
That's a good band name.
that's Thor. If you're starting a side project anytime soon, filth talk.
Filth talk.
Yeah.
And now, Filth Talk with Spartan Biscuit and Squiz.
Filth talk opening up for
That's a
Sunshine
new
Drake-
NPR
Drake-
show coming this fall.
All right, let's talk. Hey, real quick. We're just going with the flow today.
Yeah, we're
You know,
really
that's
just,
what we do. This could be a 3-hour show if we wanted
Yeah,
to make
this
it
is
a
off the
3-hour
rails.
show.
This
We
is-
could make this.
I
I'll be
can't even
honest.
see the
Hey,
rails. We're so far
We
off
should
the
do
rails.
something for, like, you know, something really cool for charity or something like we could just go forever until I passed out.
5 chugs.
Yeah, I'd pass out.
Yeah, we
something.
don't need you to.
I got to be careful. I'm going to tell a funny story kind of just now, and it just popped into my head because I'm watching myself on the screen.
Don't
Squiz
watch
always
yourself on
tells
the
me to
screen.
watch yourself, but
Look at the
I
freaking
always
camera,
do.
dude.
And then I'm like, why are my eyes going all crazy? Like I'm looking everywhere else. I look at you guys, and that makes sense, but like I'm always like looking there.
Look
past
at
the
us
thing.
or the camera.
But so
Yeah.
when I smile and laugh, my face squinches up, and it looks like my eyes are closed. And so like when I'm taking selfies, I'm constantly going like this because I'm trying to make sure that my eyes are open. Otherwise, I'm like. So, like, I'm looking, and I'm like, when I start laughing, my eyes close up, and I'm like, I got to be careful and not laugh so much. And then I get all serious, and I look like this.
You have to be in the studio to really fully understand what's happening.
They don't look at my eyes, don't look as bulgy.
It's a joke for 4 people.
Anyway, but yeah, so I'm like,
You know, I know we're
I'm being really serious because I want you to see that my eyes
Yeah.
are open.
This is
Look
serious
right at the
eyes.
camera.
Those are serious eyes right there. Serious eyes.
Hashtag serious eyes.
Big J.
All right, Baba Ganoush. God, I would love some Baba Ganoush, Davy Gravy.
Haha, what's up, Davy Gravy?
Can you bring us
Baba
some Baba
Ganoush.
Ganoush?
Wait, Davy Gravy.
Davy Gravy. Are you kidding me?
That is
another
not-
cool name.
That's not on his birth certificate,
I was
Davy
gonna
Gravy.
say,
No,
is
I'm
that
gonna
real?
go with that one's
I'm
probably
about to lose
not.
my shit up in here.
Since Davy Gravy just jumped on, I got to do this for Davy Gravy because
Do it.
And all my friends from like that circle of friends. When you're around me and there's a few beers being consumed, you ask me what we're doing right now, and we're kicking it. So that's for
Nice.
Davy Gravy right
That's
now.
for the gravy.
Okay. Hell yeah. Davy Gravy, thank you for watching.
Cheers, Dave.
Hell yeah, man. Damn. You know all the cool people with cool names.
I don't know, man.
So what are you drinking there, Jay?
So I've got the Haven. It's our Hefeweizen. It's out right now. The label's kind of cool. If I don't know how
Very cool.
you can
Yeah, you can see that.
a little bit. So basically, Haven's written upside down, and then it says this side up, also upside down. And so the idea being, because Hefeweizen is supposed to be hazy, similar
Yeah.
to a hazy IPA, they'll settle, and it'll need to be shaken up. So the idea is you keep it upside down when it's in your fridge, and then when you take it out to drink, you turn it right side up, and then the yeast settles back out and comes back in suspension. So it's kind of cool. It looks like a little bit of an upside down label. Some of it's written right side up, and then some of it's written upside down. And it says store upside down and enjoy right side up.
It's
Trust
very
us.
cool. Like the first
So-
time I saw it at B Hops and I was stalking, I was like, what? And then I read it, and
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that makes sense because they say if you buy canned goods off the shelf in like a grocery store, when you take them home, flip them over and store them upside down. So if you look in my pantry,
Everything's upside down.
all of my canned goods, beans, tomatoes, whatever, are stored upside down. And then
Sounds
when
like
I go
you're
to
making
cook
chili.
them, huh?
You're making chili, aren't you?
I just
So
always
beans and
yes,
tomatoes.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, all right,
Okay,
that's
maybe
cool.
you're right.
So a
Maybe you're
Haven
right.
in, you got some Hefeweizen
Yeah.
chili.
And so then you turn it up, you turn it right side up and open it up. And when I read the actual can, I was like, that makes complete sense.
Yeah. Well, it's, you hear beer guys talk about like when you're pouring it out and there's the yeast at the bottom of the bottle or the can and you want to swirl it, like pour out 3/4 and then swirl it and then pour it so you get the yeast in there. It's not super over the top yeasty. As a Hefeweizen, it's just a hint cloudy. Everybody always talks about the yeast for Hefeweizen, gives it sort of the banana, the clove, little citrus. I definitely think it skews a little towards the banana, which is just my opinion. I don't know if everybody thinks that, but it's a solid Hefe. Everybody likes it. I'm drinking it, so there you have it. It is what it is.
I don't think I've ever had it. I should
Well, there's another one. There's
probably
a couple more
I'm
in the
sure
cooler.
there's a couple more in the cooler, and I will definitely
Yeah,
Point at
help yourself, AJ.
Yeah, dude. HB is just like, you guys are assholes.
Right.
Dude.
I'm drinking
you
this out of the
forget
can, so no one sampled this one. I'm just like,
Okay, we're sitting here just putting down a beer and open it.
Yeah.
Dude, do it. Do it. Do it, HB.
so these are the ones that are basically out right now. No, you got to get it.
Yeah.
You got to get it in there.
That's HB's hand right there, by the way.
Yeah.
All right.
There he is. He's on camera.
But yeah, so like the next couple things, like I said, I mentioned the jam session. Also, kind of the citrusy hops. It's got mostly, I want to say, I probably shouldn't say the hops. The Boyle hops, the Whirlpool, and the late edition, they're dry hopping. There's some citrusy hops. There's also some Amarillo, which is Amarillo is a citrusy hop. There's one more hop. There's 4 altogether. Amarillo and the 4th one are just in the sort of late editions, the Whirlpool, the dry hop. But 4.5% session pale ale called Jam Session. That's just getting ready to come out. And then also it was a huge like the harbinger of spring into summer as the weather gets warm. Summer Trip. We just had the winter trip out, which the pineapple
Summer
Berliner
Trip is
Weiss.
so
Summer
good.
Trip is our passion fruit Berliner Weiss, and it's much beloved. So we're going to be killing it this summer.
Man, Braxton's going after it, man. Braxton's going after it right now, man.
You know, and then like again, we're going to get into the Memorial Day with the new Graders flavor, but
The secret.
yeah, I don't know if
brew.
I'm supposed to say. If
No,
anybody
don't say it. No
if
pressure.
anybody from
No
Braxton's
pressure.
listening, and I'm allowed to go ahead and say it on the Beer Monger Sessions.
Yeah, just comment.
I know it's kind of out there a little bit, but yeah, just throw a comment on it and let me know. Just say, go ahead, Jay. If my boss wants to go on there and
I'm
say,
gonna
go
go
ahead and say
say
it,
they
Jay.
probably don't. I'm sure
no,
it sounds like they're trying to.
Nobody has a
keep
super
it like a
crazy cool
secret.
name like Thor Platter and Davy Gravy. Everybody's like me that just got a regular name. There's probably a couple cool ones.
You know how to say shit. Say what you want to say.
I don't want to like drop a scoop if I'm not supposed to.
Dude, I'll tell you what. I'm about to take me and Squiz about to take 6 weeks off, and you just need to be TVMS, dog. I'm telling you right now, dude. This has been fantastic.
If they bring more Haven, I'll be producing it.
Oh, there it is. Hey, HB
Yep,
is like,
so
I got it.
we got
I
this.
got it.
We
Pay me in beer.
Yeah, Squiz, we should do a segment where we go on the road and we just freaking get cranked at it. And we
You guys can come in remotely, and I'll just stay in the studio.
Yeah.
and-
Skype.
Yeah.
What's up,
Checking
Skype?
in
Hey, we'll
today.
Skype that shit in.
It's a funny
Yeah.
story that just reminded me of. Do we have time for me to keep talking?
No, hey, well, yeah, go ahead. This will be the last one.
Why
and
the
then
hell
we'll-
not?
You were just saying like how I kind of just like keep
No,
running
we can
with
do
it.
it. Yeah, we can. I'm telling you.
The first job I had, I started out, and again, I said my dad was a home brewer in high school. Even in college, I was going to like brew pubs, microbrew before craft beer, as we call it now, was even a thing.
I know microbrew, right?
Right, it was old
Remember
school.
that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, microbrews.
Right, so I was drinking like pale ales and English style stuff at Barley's when I first moved here. The year that I came to Columbus to go to Ohio State was the summer. That first year I was here was the year that Barley's opened. So shout out to Angelo and everybody at Barley's, Jason and the crew. Anyway, so my first supplier side job, when I actually got a job with a brewery, my boss went with me to a beer fest. It was like a long fest. Like we were setting up and it started at noon, and then I went till like 5 or 6 or whatever when it ended. So basically like for 6, 8 straight hours, I was just nonstop talking. And it was the same thing like when I describe a beer, but I was doing it like 700 times. And my boss was like, how do you do that? Like, and I go, what? And he goes, you just talk nonstop about beer. And I was like, well, I thought that's what you hired me for. So I don't know.
Whoa,
It's a gift.
what do we
hey
got? HB head brewer on
Yeah,
here.
man. I'm
Hey,
just
everybody.
like, yeah, man.
How you
HB
doing?
got to get up in the house over
Yeah,
there, man.
what's
Go get you some HB. What's up, baby?
Nice,
That's right. We
nice
got the
right
head brewer
there,
up in the
bro.
house. The head brewer
The
up in the house.
HBIC.
That's
got
right.
the-
And ladies and
get it.
gentlemen, all you Monger Maniacs and Monger Nation, we aren't doing what we can't. We can't do it. All right, we can't do it without the HB. And so this is the man behind the mic and on the ones and twos, HB in the house. Man, we got the HB, the Big J, and the Squiz right there on there. And man, I tell you what, I kind of like it, man. I'm sitting over here chilling. I could probably drink more beer if I'm sitting over here.
I tell you what,
Spartan
fellas,
Biscuit's like, can I be the producer?
What's up? Oh, no, HB's on the
And I
lock.
can
dog.
sit and drink beer for 2 hours.
Hell yeah, brother.
I want to be the producer so the lights aren't frying me. I'm sweating over here.
I'm
Like,
looking at this on the screen over here, and I think we should make it like enter into professional wrestling.
so what do you
Like the
think?
three of us.
What do you think, Woot?
Y'all look good.
Are you
Y'all
gonna
look
be
good
all right,
up there.
man, Woo?
Y'all
Are
look
you
good.
gonna-
You look
We got to
fantastic.
decide, like, is it going to be a woo or is it going to be a brother? Or is it gonna be a-
Unfortunately, there is already a tag team out there called the Bouncers. So the beer theme is gone. But I mean,
I'm not bouncing anything.
the kegs. We call ourselves the kegs.
The kegs.
We're gonna open a keg up on you.
Now let me tell you something. I can do stupid stuff over here and nobody can see me doing it. I kind of like this, and I can look at you guys while I'm doing it. That can be really
My
cool.
eyes just
What do you
closed
think?
up. I
Heck
started
yeah.
laughing and I was like, oh, my eyes
Heck
are
yeah.
closed.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
All right, so
Are you shaking those?
I'm just checking. The empties over here. I mean,
Just over
yeah,
there.
I'm not
It's
normally
fine.
over here in the
It's fine.
in this hot seat. This is the hot seat in the whole studio. I'll be honest, man. You
Running
know,
it. Running it from
yeah,
the-
you're
from the
running it.
command
You're running it,
chair.
dude. That's like I said. I came behind HBO. I was like, yo, man, is this where we're gonna be for a minute? If this is where we're gonna be for a minute, go up there and freaking talk and get in front of the camera. Come back here in a
Yeah.
minute though, before when we got to switch shit up. You know.
You have the con right now.
Right. You're
in
the one that
you're in the-
transitioned.
Hey,
you're in the captain.
I feel like I
Right.
got the,
Yeah.
I'm the skipper. I'm the skipper right now, I'm
That's
the
right.
skipper.
You got
Feels
this.
good to be over here a little
Look
bit.
at me.
Uh-oh.
I want you to say,
look at me.
I'm the captain now.
now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Funny.
Oh man.
Like
oh
amazing.
man.
Great minds think alike.
That's right.
I know.
right.
I know. You
So-
know.
so,
All right. Hey, HB,
Yeah.
why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Oh well. What is there to tell, man? I'm just kind of like
You
figuring things out
you actually
as
have a
you-
little bit of knowledge. You
have a lot
actually
of
quite a
stuff to
bit of
tell.
craft beer though. You're not.
Well, thank you. I'm no novice by any stretch of the imagination.
Thank you,
But I
thank
mean,
you.
like,
Own it.
first of all, went to OU, so it's like that's it right there. That's
Shout out
probably
to the
that's
people in
happening.
Athens.
Yeah, and after wasting all my time drinking another brand of, I guess you want to call it beer. Some of us call it dog piss. Whatever. For a while, we started really trying to find my friends and I. Shout out to everybody else in Delaware. Ohio, beautiful Delaware, Ohio. Me and my friends started trying to find other ways. We got into a little bit of Mickey's in college. We would, kind of go around to some of the places down there in Athens. This, by the way, speaking of Athens and Jackie O's, I was there when it was
Jackie
still
O's.
O'Hooley's and when he was putting in all that stuff. When he was putting in the big, huge microbrew silos and everything, it just like beautiful. And I got to talking to the first head brewer there, and it was like pre-hipster, long beard. He was from Colorado. He had studied under 2 specific schools out there in Colorado and Denver. Knew everything about beer. He said something about, I mean, he was almost like a sage, almost like a magician coming out of the clouds of smoke and wonder.
Gandalf the Grey.
And yeah, exactly, it was like Gandalf the Grey. He came to me and he said, "This is going to be the wave of the future." And they were making like a chocolate stout at the time they were testing out. They were testing out a pale. They were testing out a whole bunch of stuff. And I move up here. All of a sudden, everybody's telling me, "Hey, man, have you tried this new delicious beer called Jackie O's? Jackie O's." I'm like, "Well, Jackie O's." I go back down to help move one of my friends. I'm sorry. We were down there for a visit. And O'Hooley's became Jackie O's magically, and it was the place to be. So everything is popping down there. I haven't been there seriously in a couple of years, but I've seen a lot of cool stuff going on. It's going on in Southeast Ohio. Shout
Yeah,
out to
get it,
Jackson. Shout out to
HB.
Athens. Shout out to Nelsonville. Shout out to all the places down there, man. I really fell in love with craft
HB's
brews
getting it.
when O'Hooley's switched over. And I also got the worst case of poison ivy there, trying to clean off the side of the bar for O'Hooley's. I told them, "Yeah, man, I'm not allergic to poison ivy." I went to the hospital. They took my picture and said, That was the worst case of poison ivy they'd ever seen on a human being. It was all the way down to my bone. They took my picture to put in a medical. Yeah.
Which bone?
Right.
Which bone? Which
Hey,
bone?
I'll leave that up to y'all's imagination. But speaking of dropping to them.
Wow.
But yeah, I had some
Man.
fun times that I remembered OU, and that's where I really got into craft brew microbreweries. So big shout out to my past. That's a little bit about me, but you know.
Everybody in Ohio needs to get down if you're a craft beer fan. Get down to Athens in the summer when they have Ohio Brew Week.
Woot.
Amazing time.
Yep.
I think I've been down there for probably like 10 straight years, something like that, at least for a day or two. From when I started going down there were like 25 or 30 breweries in Ohio. Now there's like 300
Yeah.
plus. In planning still more. So
Yeah, I'm going to be trying to convince these
crazy.
guys to go down to during Dad's Weekend next year, because just for selfish reasons, because I'm going to help move one of my friends' kids down or whatever, or bring some stuff down for them to go. So we're going to definitely try to get down there. But thanks. Now you know what I look like. And now all of the hearts are broken all around the internet because now they know what the HBIC looks like.
HB.
HB, oh yeah, baby, I like that. I like that, dude. I'll tell you what, I knew that today's, I knew today's show was going to be extra free flow.
I think the kids say epic these days.
Yeah,
It's epic because we're just. I'm gonna throw it out there again one time for Davey Gravy. Kicking it.
So we got
I do what I can.
Patrick says Jay Taylor, what's up from Wylands? Which Wylands is amazing.
What's up, Patrick?
And then
I left Patrick some samples. He was on vacation. I left him a couple cans of Vibe. So
And
I'll come
then-
talk to Patrick next week.
Ben Govols says, my man, what's up? Keep killing it.
What's up, Coop? Ben Go Vols. I think I told him that I was down in Knoxville not too long ago. We might actually be going down again. Braxton is almost Tennessee wide now, and I was down there when we launched in Knoxville. Obviously, Ben's a Tennessee Volunteers fan. He used to work with me at a previous brewery, and he's been killing it down south. So what's up, Coop?
So you're in Tennessee and Kentucky, both states.
And Ohio, so three.
Three,
So
yeah.
no longer
Both us.
Yeah,
easy. Now you're trying too hard.
I know.
Yeah,
You try to work it in.
Don't.
Tell him about your sunburn.
Oh no.
No. Let's not talk about that. Nobody needs to see that. Or
Anyway.
Oh, this is great.
Michael Fisher says you're looking good, brother.
I lost a couple pounds. People don't. It's hard to tell. I think I got to lose 100 before it really becomes apparent that I lost any weight. But I lost a few pounds. I've been trying to be a little more conscious of what I'm doing. Have a couple vibes, little calories.
Yeah, I mean for real. I
consideration,
mean, let's be serious. I mean that's where.
As I said, that's Squiz is digging again in the.
Hey, let's switch
down on
up
the I
to.
see what you.
What do you want?
Since I said I was counting calories, I should probably. Get
Is there another
vibe.
garage beer
I
in
thought
there?
you were just getting one for you. I was like,
Is there a garage beer?
Woot
garage
wants
beer?
another garage. Woot likes to stay on the horse that he rode in on. He's going to drink garage the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Who likes to ride in on horses?
Yeah.
Whatever you grab, it's fine. Well, HB likes to Haven, so save him that last Haven that's in there.
Oh, thanks, man.
HB,
That's fine.
man, HB did a cameo appearance tonight.
HB!
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Doing big things.
We had the Big J, the HB, and the Squiz all front and center. But
Here's a question. If I lose like 100 pounds, am I still going to be Big J or am I just going to be regular size?
oh, you're always Big J.
You're not
Nah,
going to
dude, hey,
shrink. You're really
I'll be
tall. So
tall Slim J.
you're still
I was a fat
Big J.
Marine, so I was a fat Marine.
For about 6 weeks, right? Then you weren't.
No, I was
Still a fat
always
Marine.
a
Look
fat
at him.
Marine.
I don't want to
No,
call.
dude.
I don't want to call him fat. He might be soft.
Soft body.
Oh,
Soft
Stop
body.
it.
that's
Where are you
custodian. That shit. What the?
I was going to say is that.
He always calls me soft.
I was going to say I knew
Dude,
somebody called you soft.
young custodian calls me soft like 15 times a day if I'm around him, and that's actually being nice because he says it more often than that.
Brandon Tuber says bring some beer to Texas.
Next time I come down, I will, Brandon. Last time I brought beer down, Kevy made fun of me because I checked my bag. I've got a friend in Austin. who never checks under any circumstances. We always argue about it because I work at breweries. So if I come to visit, I can't bring a can of beer unless it's in checked bags.
Yeah.
So every time I come, I check something. He's like, "Why are you checking bags? You're only coming for a couple days." Because I brought you some beer. Why you got to be like that?
Shut up.
Right.
Yeah, last time I was down in Austin visiting my friend Kevin. What's up, Kevin? I don't think he's watching, but
What's up, Kevin?
but Brandon, we couldn't we couldn't link it up. I went down last spring, probably right around this time. Kevin and I went to a couple shows during Levitation. It used to be called Austin Psych Fest. So went to see a couple bands. Had a couple beers.
I know what that is.
Yeah,
it happens.
But yeah, so schedules wouldn't link up. I didn't get to hang out with Brandon, but next time I come down for sure, and I'll definitely bring beer. And Kevy, you got to deal with picking me up at the baggage claim. That's how
Wait
it-
for
it's just-
baggage
It
claim.
is what it
I
is.
mean,
Yeah.
It's too expensive to ship him. I shipped him
Yeah.
beer one time, and then he complained about it. Took 2 days longer than the other guy that I shipped beer to.
you got to pay the cost to be the boss. I mean,
I'm just saying. Kevy's hard to please.
Come on, man. Hey, you know what? Hey, HB, why don't you take us into that?
so well, what's next?
Is
feel
there
like,
another one?
I
Are we
feel
gonna
like
pick another
we're,
one for the speedy beer for the St. Patrick's speedy
Don't
beer.
have to, but
Well, no,
Yes,
we
I
have
just
to.
saw I just saw the graphic. So
Yeah, we're
Yeah, I
getting
saw
ready
the
to.
graphic too.
Yeah, we're getting ready to.
Yeah,
HB.
let's go into
It looks
it.
way
Yeah,
more
dude. I mean, we can go.
Oh.
looks
Ladies
way
and gentlemen,
it looks way more
Speedy.
delicious when you can see the green.
Bottle shop.
this is the Barley
Beer.
Hopsters Speedy Beer that's moving. Ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, it's not that just it's this time of the year, but it definitely fits to talk about it a little bit right now. All right. Mickey's was originally introduced in 1962 by Sterling Brewers in Evansville, Indiana. All right. Mickey's is packaged in both cans and bottles, but is popularly known for its green
Big mouth.
beehive-shaped
mouth.
waffle patterned wide mouth 12-ounce bottle, often referred to as a grenade.
Big mouth.
And Miller Brewing Company acquired Mickey's and Mickey's Ice. Yes, Mickey's Ice. When it could get any more freaking crazier, Mickey's Ice is out there. And that was like I said, Miller Brewing Company bought them in 1999. And but some of the cool things that you may not know about Mickey's is they are a 2007-2006 back-to-back gold medal GABF Great American Beer Festival.
GABF.
Whoa.
No shit. Gold in malt liquor. All right, that's back to back. All right, and they've been running that category for some time as well. So there's a little bit of your Barley Hopsters Bottle Shop Speedy Beer that's moving, ladies
Now-
and gentlemen, Monger Maniacs and Monger Nation. I'm telling you right now.
Much like I said earlier, there's a time and a place for everything. At least once a summer, sometimes more. I'll break down and have a couple of 40s of malt liquor.
I like
And-
malt liquor, but can I ask you this, Wooten? Spartan Biscuit?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Does this Bottle Shop Speedy Beer of the Week have anything to do with how much you've consumed of Mickey's?
I'm actually
Last
shocked that they still have any on the planet after your weekend a couple weekends ago.
Oh my God! What is this shit talk that's going on here? Wow.
You thought you sold the local distributor out of
I mean, I'm not.
Mickey's.
I'm
You
not.
sold Earth out of Mickey's last
I'm
year.
not. I'm not bad. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I am too.
I mean, maybe the preparation really is St. Patty's Day weekend for Mickey's. You know, you'd have to get to the short north of the north in downtown historic Delaware, Ohio.
It does have a
and
shamrock
find that
on
out.
it, and it also makes you want to jump around, I think.
And it's green. And
green.
you don't. Unlike the actual short north in Columbus, you don't have to pay for street parking in Delaware.
I just saw Davey Gravy's comment. Correct.
Gravy.
Kicking it.
Indeed.
If
You
you're-
can't just say kicking it, though.
If you're out there commenting, please
we're-
again like, share, and subscribe as well.
Yeah, we're kicking it. You can't say it like that. It's good.
Kicking it.
Kicking it.
Make
Yeah,
sure you
you
get
gotta
over
be
to the
hardcore.
Beer Monger Sessions radio show Facebook page. Give us a like. Follow us there. The party will always continue every Friday from 3:30 to 4:30. Ladies and gentlemen, Monger Maniacs.
Wait. Is it last call already?
We're about to hit it, man. We're
We're
about
ready
to
for
hit
it.
last call. Jesus, we can sit here and go forever, man.
Let's
you know.
just never
What
stop.
what happens when you go over an hour? Like if we just kept talking for like an hour and 20,
Nothing.
Would
Not
it
a
cut us
damn
off?
thing.
Like we just keep going.
No,
I do
people
have to
can
be.
or
That means we have commercials, sponsors, and all sorts of.
I'm going to
crazy
Barley
cool
Hopsters
stuff.
after this, and I'm going to have
you
some
know what's
samples
funny?
of.
I have to go to Barley Hopsters too.
I think we're all going to Barley Hopsters.
So
I,
the after party is at Barley Hopsters.
I'm going to be sampling some Vive.
Yeah, if you're into that. If
I think
you
there's
wanna
probably
try,
there's another brewery up there. I don't want to step on their toes, but I don't think they have any seltzer.
Yeah, if
So-
you want to try some of
Sorry,
the Vive that we've been sampling here,
Sorry,
come
Caitlin,
on
I
to
heard you had an
Barley
event.
Hopsters at 1 North Sandusky Street. Big J is going to be there. I will be tending bar tonight.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
And
I love
that's
Caitlin. I
that's
love
where it
Southern
is. That's where it's at. 1 North
feel
Sandusky
bad.
Street, Barley Hopsters. It's the official after show pint of this show. If you're so inclined, come up there. It's gonna be live. It's gonna be live all weekend in Delaware, basically. I mean, tomorrow is the
Cool kicking it live in Delaware for St.
kicking
Patrick's
it
Day.
just for you. Oh, and tomorrow has the bar crawl, and then Sunday is the Kings and Castles party and the beer
I thought it
bracket
was St.
selection.
Patrick's Day on Sunday.
Yeah, Kings and Castles.
What's that?
That is when you have White Castles and Little Kings.
That sounds.
And they're
they're-
both tiny, so you feel giant when you have them in your hands. And then the Barley Hopsters, March Madness beer.
So you're saying
I
you're,
can't compete with your fart noises over there. What the hell?
so you're saying
There's tiny
so
when you hold
Kings
them
and
up in your hand.
Castles, both of those
Make your hands feel big.
Bofa?
yeah.
Bofa?
Both of these.
Oh my god.
It seems like Little King should be with like
I'll crush them
like-
both.
What up, Tim
Skyline
Odell?
Crush
or
'em both.
Gold Star.
Welcome. Tim Odell, you've just joined the tail end of the shenanigans, and I apologize. This is not going to be structured in any way, shape, or form.
The shenanigans were not just
Yeah.
for St. Patrick's Day weekend. There's always shenanigans.
It's a big
at
J,
Beer
dude.
Monger
It's a big J special
don't
show.
have-
Is what it is.
I don't have any.
All right,
It's a
so
big J
I don't have
special
any.
show.
I don't have anything to do with the shenanigans. That's
getting,
loot.
I guess we're getting out of here. This is last call, right? Last call.
Last call.
Last
for
call, last
alcohol.
call.
All right, here's the deal. Big J from Braxton Brewing Company. Give us a quick 30 seconds. What does everybody need to know in the quick about Braxton Brewing Company right now, brother?
So right now, as we head into the warmer weather, blowing it up with garage beer, Tropic Flare, Vive, sparkling, hard seltzer, summer trip, jam session, all the labs beers, like everything we're doing. We got a lot going on, and it's all awesome, and it's all tasty beverages.
Beverages. I love it.
There it is. There it is. HB in the house. Got a cameo appearance on the camera, baby.
HB.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
HB.
on
What you got,
the ones
HB?
and twos. What do you got? Last call, baby.
Last call.
Last call for alcohol.
All right.
No shouts or anything?
Oh,
All
nice.
right.
No.
Yeah, I like it.
I guess I thought that was we were out.
No. Last call is that you give your shout out.
Oh,
Yeah, what do you want?
what do I want to shout
what
out?
do you
I want
got?
to shout out to
Shout out.
Hey,
Just
man,
he gave a shout out to Vive.
HB, we got to integrate you. That's what I'm saying.
Nice,
we gotta
nice.
Get you in the
No,
game,
actually,
man. We
all
gotta
right.
get you in the game.
well, there's let's put it this way. We're moving things around. Can't really say a whole lot now, but we are going to be doing some really exciting things with the wrestling show. Got some other ideas for some other non-traditional casts going on, but yeah, just got a lot of irons in the fire, and I don't want to cool them off right now. So just stay tuned to the Beer Monger sessions and everything else, and you're definitely going to be put up to date on all of our shenanigans.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Shenanigans.
That's hot. The queen of quench. My sister in the game. Squiz, what do you got? Last call.
All right. You know what I always spend my last
Do it!
call
Do
call
it!
for alcohol on, and that is giving thanks to everybody out there on social media and Facebook and the groups that supports us. And I try to do variety out there, but I mean, first and foremost, Columbus Craft Beer Consortium, Craig Simpson and Pints Templars, Ohio chapter. Thank you for letting us share into you. We got Wayne Millard and Beer Label Society, Beer Drinkers United, Brew Illuminati, Cleveland Beer Geeks, Northeast Ohio Craft Beer Community. Everybody out there that lets us share their stuff and puts up with our bullshit. Thank you so much. We wouldn't be able to do this without you guys.
So much. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very, very much. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. Everybody that loves good beer. Everybody that loves seltzer.
Oh, yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, Monger Maniacs out here at Monger Nation. All right?
Oh,
Woo!
yeah.
Oh, getting fired up. Hey, we're the Beer Monger Sessions radio show, and we are Columbus, Ohio's, or should we say Central Ohio? We are definitely
The
Central.
world,
Oh,
Daddy.
right.
The
Yes,
world.
We're worldwide.
I
We are
just-
the worldwide
Oh,
live
wait.
streaming podcast about craft beers.
International, baby.
International
Woo! Yeah, craft beers, breweries, alternative sports, and of course,
shenanigans
for the brewery,
by the Mongers.
we'll cheers you later.